Hello, everyone, and welcome to a super special, awesome edition of the Streamcast. I'm Blackamora, going by Knuckles of this pod, and I'm joined by
Manic. Knuckles a good choice, by the way. Nice one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love Knuckles so much. And we've got a very special guest. Whether it's his reactions to the Fire and the Spoof, or the Ghost of Tsushima streams, or even the Friday Fight Club, this man knows how to put on a show. I love his energy. I love the content. Welcome, DLK. How is it going, bro?
He didn't even say the games bit. I was ready for DLK. I was like, all right, cool. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Oh, I was loving the intro. You did that. God damn it. Cool.
Sorry, DLKGames. How's it going?
It's going good. Thank you. Hot as S word, but it's going good. Very good.
It really is.
Yeah. I can't complain though. It's been cold for too long.
Yeah, but then it's hot and it's too hot. If I was outside, then fine, but you know what I mean.
Soon come podcast recordings outside. But today we are here to talk about 30 years of a lovable blue animal and all of his friends and enemies. We're here to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. And I wanted to just go in order and start with our earliest memories of Sonic, whether that be in a game or a cartoon or even an anime. So DLK, would you like to go first and tell us about your first Sonic memories?
My very first Sonic memory, I think I was age 5, 6. I can't remember. Whenever I got my first ever Sega Mega Drive console, thanks to my mommy. I can't remember if it was between Street Fighter 2 or Sonic 2. All I know between them two games were one of my first games I actually ever got. So Street Fighter 2 was fine, but then when I got Sonic 2, I was like, oh, I'm going so fast. I'm going off this new routine. Oh my god, there's a boss battle. Oh my god, I didn't really understand what boss battle was and all that. It was just such a wow experience. And then from that point on, then I found all these other games I just fell in love. But Sonic the Hedgehog was like to me. Plus, I didn't know about Mario and Nintendo, so Sonic has always been my number one as far as mascots go. But that's my very earliest memory when I was young. I get to my first ever console.
Yeah. Wow. Was that Sonic 1 or Sonic 2?
2, please.
Okay. We don't talk about Sonic 1. Really? It doesn't get love.
Without Tails, it's not Sonic Hedgehog game, is it? I'm just saying. Well, Sonic, we'll talk about Sonic Generations and all that. But yeah, to me, I just I don't know, Sonic Hedgehog 1, it was alright. But it's just so much harder than Sonic Hedgehog 2. I don't know why I've never, even to this day as an adult, I've never could be Sonic Hedgehog 1. It's near to impossible. Technically, I haven't finished the second one either, unless you had those kind of, the versions where you can actually pause it, then save at a spot. So it doesn't matter if you lose against the boss, you can just do it again. The only time I ever completed that game, I could never complete that game just straight out, boom, off the bat. Never. Love the game still, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
So even now, you're not a fan of Mario. It's is Sonic still on top for you, basically?
The only thing I'm a fan of Mario is, I guess, when it comes to the Mario Karts and the Smash Bros. Games. Outside of that, he's got some cool games, but yeah, I'm Sonic through and through. I just don't bother Mario unless it's Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart, or I guess Sonic and Mario's Olympics thing. Besides that, no, don't mess with Mario at all.
Oh, you play those games?
Yeah, I played them.
Okay.
Love the Olympics games from ages ago. Well, I haven't played the ones that came out recently, but I remember the one that came out on the Wii. Was it Wii? What's the first ever Wii? Wait, is it Wii U? Whatever it was called.
Wii was first. Yeah.
Wii first, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was I think that was one of the few games I actually loved to play with my friends a lot. That and Wii Sports. Yeah, those two.
Hey, Wii Sports was sick.
Wii Sports was
so good.
Oh my god. People don't know about those games. But yeah, that's pretty much what I know about it. Mario is just Mario and Zelda. I mean, I know those two in particular, those characters are I'm not okay, let me be clear. I'm not a Sonic fan to the point where I'm delusional. I'm gonna be saying, oh, Sonic Hedgehog had so many better games throughout the franchise than Mario and Zelda. I'm gonna say that. I know better than that. But at the end of the day, I guess for my preference, I'd rather play as a weird looking blue hedgehog who wears trainers than a plumber. That's me.
Yeah, I get that.
Plumber's got Tim's though. I mean, Plumber's got Tim's though, and I personally would pick Tim's over trainers. That's just me.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. I mean, let's not forget Sonic's fast. Mario kind of just runs and jumps. Has a weird run as well. But I'm just saying, I'm a Mario hater. I'm just, as far as the two characters go, who's really more cooler?
Oh, definitely Sonic, but
easily.
But Tim's though. But yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Isaac, talk to us about your earliest Sonic memory.
I think my earliest Sonic memory was watching Sonic Underground when I was a kid. Absolutely loved the show. When it was on, I was there. And it was weird when I grew up because for me, that was the law. It was Sonic, his brother, his sister, they were trying to find their mom. And every other iteration of Sonic dropped his brother and sister, and I was like, what is going on? Where is the Sonic that I grew up with? What is this? So it took me a while to get back into Sonic after seeing that, that had changed. But no, Sonic Underground was really cool. It was this, I guess, for like kids TV shows back then, it was this really, I guess, this grungy take on Sonic. They were all like in a rock band, basically. They played music. They had like musical instruments like attached to their. I know a DLK. The Lexuses became instruments, and like they played music to beat their enemies. So like all the Sonic skills, like he had them, but they weren't at the forefront. And I thought that was cool. It was just Sonic just being this cool hedgehog, just rocking out with his brother and sister, and just trying to find his mom. And I was like, this is sick. It makes sense. And Robotnik was actually a villain. He'd be turning people into robots. So at that point, you're basically dead. He'd literally just kill you straight up. And you didn't really see that in kids' shows. So I was like, oh, this is cool. I like this. And yeah, for me, that was the perfect form of Sonic, in my opinion, to this day. And it really upset me that they cancelled it at some point, because I think there's like 42 episodes altogether, and we'll never know if they found their mother. And literally in the intro song, which is a banger, by the way, they say they made a vow their mother would be found. That vow will never come true. And it hurt so much. But no, Sonic Underground was banging. That was my first memory of Sonic. Like, absolutely loved it.
Oh man, yeah, I agree. I think I carry all of those sentiments. Like, I would love it if they rebooted that series. I would unabashedly watch that. If they made a Sonic Underground game where you actually had to play music to beat enemies, I think that could work. It's different. I don't know, man. I would love to play as Manic on a game.
Yeah, why did they get rid of Manic? He's had such a cool design.
Yeah, I would have incorporated him into the canon.
Yeah.
Sonic Underground would work now?
Oh,
like Guitar Hero? Guitar Hero is long dead now.
Oh.
Yes. But I think it's more Sonic, and considering the reaction to what we got a few days ago, I think Sonic fans want something a bit different, which is, I think, what this would achieve, because they're always working on multiple games at the same time. They're always working on a main, speedrunning game, and then they're always working on gimmick games at the same time. So it could be one of those gimmick games that doesn't have the huge investor pressure, like, I don't know what a nice side Sonic game would be, but you had like games like Rise of Lyric, and then you had games like The Black Knight, and then you had games like Sonic 06, which was meant to be the game, and it wasn't. Or you had Sonic Forces, which was meant to be, a really big game, and it wasn't. I think what we're getting now is a lot of games that people don't want, and I think you have the money. Why not do something that is a bit of a risk? If it doesn't work, oh well. But I think they have a shout, and it doesn't have to play like Guitar Hero. It could literally just be buttons.
Okay, I mean, I can see. I mean, there's enough Sonic fans out there to actually make it a successful game. But then I guess would you want to do it then? Like, there's this game, I think it's on PC. I think streamers play it now. It's like 2D. It's dancing. Like you have to press obviously up, down, right, left. I don't know. I've seen that being popular right now. I wish I knew the name of the game, but
it sounds like DDR, but
maybe that
without dance mat.
Yeah, without the dance mat. Basically like that without dance mat. So I guess something like that could work, because as far as an adventure game goes, underground wise, I mean, I can see it working, but I just don't trust Sega to make it nice.
Oh yeah, no, I would leave
yeah,
Sega
I
to
get
do
that.
it. No, they keep dropping the ball.
That's my only thing about it. Like, I would love it, but it's just I don't trust
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair.
it. Yeah.
My earliest Sonic memory is with the Dreamcast. I got Sonic Adventure with one of the games I got with the console. So when my brother and I got bored of Virtua Fighter 3, we put Sonic Adventure in and we played. And that's my earliest Sonic memory. And he's got a very distinguished look. Like, you can't mistake Sonic for anyone else. Like, he's he is what he is, right? So I think that's worked in his branding, and I think he's got so much character for someone who's not meant to be a human that I think I really liked. Just little things like him tapping his foot when you're taking too long to move him, and just like him having trainers. He does feel like a young man, and I think because of that, every time I do see him on my screen, whether it's the early Sonic Saturday morning cartoon or Sonic Underground or Sonic X, I just want to watch it. I just want to hope that it does well, even if it's not going to. Yeah, because there's a lot of Sonic projects that just.
Yeah, I love the optimism though. I must say, it's good that you have that.
Yeah.
I try to be non-delusional, like DLK reference before the I can be honest, like this game didn't work. This wasn't it.
No. I mean, there's many Sonic games that didn't work, but there's many Sonic fans who will defend it to the end, which, okay, fine. Hey, you're a fan of the franchise, but you're not going to try to tell me, I don't know what it was called, when Sonic Knight, I don't know which one, when you had the freaking cover, when you had the ring there, or some Lord of the Ring influence kind of thing, when it was a knight and you had to use it. I don't know. Whatever with it. These Sonic fans can't lie. Guys, girls, that was bad. It was a bad game. Sonic's had a lot of bad game. Great character. Awesome franchise, but you have to be real with ourselves. We still play either way. We still play Sonic games, which we all have a personal favorite, so it's like, I guess we don't really care at the end of the day.
Yeah, and this might sound like a backhanded compliment, but when you can make so many bad games and still be so popular, I think
Says a lot.
you have really gone further than just games at that point. You have become like an entertainment icon, I feel personally.
I agree, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's a good thing for Sonic, because if Sonic had to survive off the back of its games alone, I don't think we'd be seeing more Sonic this year.
Nope. Never again. No. I mean, it's like it's crazy because even I do avoid it because even that Shadow game, I mean, I guess not Sonic, still
that was bad.
That game, I see what they're trying to do with the guns, they're trying to make it edgy, the story. Funny thing though is I had my best friend, one of my close friends, he had his little brother who was, I think, around, I'm going to say 8, 9, I'm probably wrong, but he was young anyways. I don't know why. When it came to those bad Sonic games we're talking about, he would play them every single time I came into the house. I'm looking at it, I played myself a little, I'm like, no, this is crap. Nope, give him back the controller, he plays like there's no problem. So I feel like, I guess when you're younger and you play Sonic, he's still really cool, and you don't really pay attention too much of how bad the game is. I don't play it now since he's gotten older, but I guess if we were younger and those games came out like Sonic Forces, we probably would have loved it.
So at this point, I would like to try and focus on the parts of Sonic that we do like and we do remember fondly, whether that be cartoons, anime, games. As I said, what parts of Sonic do you remember and think that was amazing? Oh, that was fun. That was sick. This is just an open discussion.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm happy to start with Sonic X. While objectively that might not be a great anime, I really enjoyed watching it, and I don't think I enjoyed the part where they went into space and all that because I thought that was a bit left.
They went into space.
Yeah, they went into space.
Nice.
Yeah. But I think everything up to then, I think, was really enjoyable. Watching, they did a tournament arc in one episode, and it felt like they were writing this huge love letter to Dragon Ball. Knuckles and Rouge had a fight, and it was really fun. And when Sonic came across Shadow, I thought that first encounter was really fun. Like, they've always done that story, Sonic versus Shadow, and I guess they space it enough that new fans can experience that for the first time. It's like with Spider-Man, where they always do the Uncle Ben thing. I think they space that out enough for like people, so people don't see the same thing over and over, but like maybe new fans coming in can see it. So I really enjoy the Sonic versus Shadow clash, and like there is an actual story there when you find out, you know, the origins of Shadow and how that relates to Dr. Eggman. So yeah, while Sonic X is probably not the best form of Sonic cartoon, I really enjoyed it.
No, Sonic X was good. Like, I enjoyed it as well. I didn't know they went into space. Maybe that's for the best. Didn't get that far, so that's clearly not a bad thing. But no, it was really well done. The fights were good. I think he called Dr. Eggman Robotnik in that, or called him Buttnik, maybe. I don't know if he had a nickname for him in that one. But if he did, great. Really like the fact that Tails had a huge role in this. Like, he wasn't a side character, he was integral to a lot of the plot, because without Tails, that kid who followed them around, don't know why he was needed. They were just using him as a bank account, I guess. But like, otherwise he wouldn't have
sponsors. He had money so he could hang the Sonic.
Slap his face on Tails' plane.
Oh, I hated that kid, man. He was so annoying.
I know why he was there. Didn't need to be there. He slowed them down.
Yeah.
But no, like all the characters really. Like, I didn't care much for I think it's Chow and Cheese or whatever, but I think they were written well into the show. Like, their inclusion made sense. So no, it was really cool. And even the way it started, I think like they get teleported from their world to the human world, and just that first episode was done really well because there's a lot of intrigue there and mystery. Everyone got separated. No, I agree with everything you said. Like, Sonic X, brilliant, really good show. In my opinion, remember.
DLK looks like he disagrees.
But DLK, go for it. I'm ready. Let's go.
That's why you're wrong.
No, it's cool. It was good, but because I was so used to Sonic and his friends without human beings, when I saw the show, it was fine. I can't remember the first couple of episodes. There had nothing to do. No, there was humans involved. It was against them. But yeah, that was. I did still watch it. Don't get me wrong, because it's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and all the other usual characters. Of course, I'm gonna watch it. The fan, but I couldn't enjoy it as much because I really don't like the integration with humans. It's like that, and even the live film. I don't know why. I just can't accept it. I don't like how the way Sonic integrates with these the humans, real life people. It just feels off to me. I'd rather him be in his own world with all these other animals. I mean, if you look at the comics, plenty of animal characters never been obviously some characters probably comics with some humans and all that, but all in all, it's just been animals, Dr. Robotnik and so on and so forth, the robots and all. So that's what I prefer. That's why I personally prefer the original Sonic animation, which I think was called Adventures of Sonic. The do very old school kind of thing. I think
I remember that.
Was Tails Brown in that?
Yes, he was in there too.
Yeah.
And I remember I loved it as a young as well. And I can't remember them being any other kind of humans except for Dr. Robotnik. So then to see it here as Sonic X and just seeing how he integrated with them, I was like, oh, I like it. I feel like the whole held him back, if anything.
Okay.
That's just me. Like, it's fine. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, you like Sonic X. I'm just like, yeah, I wasn't 100% with it. That's all I said with it.
No, that's really cool. We appreciate like different opinions. So I'm really glad that you said that. Sorry, Isaac, I cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I do get what you mean, because even in Sonic X, like, it's a different dimension because they got teleported to the human world. But in things like the old Sonic, like Robotnik, he is basically a human, but you never really think about it. In Sonic Underground, the humans, like, they fit the world. Like, even I guess the art style for Sonic X, everyone was the same, but it just felt more like the art style in Sonic Underground. The humans did fit with the anthropomorphic creatures. Like it worked better. There is, I do get what you mean, because the kid just didn't really fit with their group.
No,
Like,
I hate
why are you here? But the humans in, do you know what? Maybe it's because the humans had less of a role in Underground.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Like he had too big of a role, and he didn't really contribute. Apart from, you know, obviously the sponsorship, he didn't really contribute anything else. Because I mean, you've got Knuckles with the Master Emeralds, Rogue is the thief, Shadow's the ultimate life form, Sonic is, well, he's our main character, Tails is the best friend, he's good at tech, Robotnik is the, you know, criminal mastermind. This kid was, I guess he was there so we'd have someone to relate to, maybe, but we relate to Sonic. So even though we don't want humans there, and Sonic isn't a human, I felt I would relate to Sonic just because he's got the characteristics of someone that I like. He's cool, he's fast, he's got the trainers. Shame it's not Tim's, but like he's got all of that. And yeah, like DLK, I do agree with where you're coming from. I do. But I still enjoyed Sonic X, like, because the music was good.
Okay, yeah, I won't hate on the music. I won't hate on the music. But good point about the Sonic Underground thing. I didn't actually think about that. Yeah, that's why she would have made that really good. That the humans didn't play such a big role. It was still about the main character, animal characters. So yeah, that's why I feel like Sonic X just went really left for me anyway.
Fair enough. No, and you say you didn't like the film.
Are we talking about the film now?
Yeah. Well, you mentioned it earlier, so I was like, quick follow on. You didn't like the film.
I mean, I can go in the film you want, but I'm gonna take a few minutes to kind of get my point across. But so I had a subscription to Now TV, and obviously I was like, I didn't watch the Sonic movie, live action. I was just kind of waiting till one of these streaming services was going to show it, and lo and behold, Now TV had it. So I put it on, I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing too much of this whole mainstream kind of, let's like cater to what everyone knows about social media and all that crap. I'm like, okay, whatever, I can look past that. You're in the human world again. Okay, right, whatever. Jim Carrey, Dr. Eggman, don't mind that. You have this pretty boy actor, I can't remember what his name is, who's basically the main star of this film, the police officer, him.
Yeah.
And then I'm still like, so, okay, so what we're doing here is doing the whole thing like Sonic X here. You'll kind of do more focus on the human, because I think the story mainly followed the human guy over Sonic. Sonic had these little moments here and there. The voice actor, God bless him, he did his job the best he could, but I just was not feeling him. That was a whole other thing I wasn't feeling about the movie. Soundtrack, whatever, they use the music they can use because pop culture, whatever, that's fine. It's just because the only thing I felt like this Sonic film wasn't for the people who watch Sonic and follow Sonic up to this point. I felt like this was for the new gen. This was for the new generation to kind of introduce Sonic to them. Hence why there was so many things that was like modern time things. There may be some like social media, like maybe a meme or something they would throw in there that kids would be like, oh my God, that's funny. We can relate to that. So in that sense, I'm like, all right, cool. I understand this film was not made for me. I'm sorry, but if you're trying to tell me they made this film with the idea of the fans behind it, the ones from the 90s, I don't know where it is. I mean, yes, Tails is coming to sequel, so we don't have to talk about Tails knocking all those characters, I guess. I mean, how are they getting a sequel? Whatever. But like, and even Jim Carrey, I thought he played Eggman great, Psycho and all this thing. I think no one else could actually play him better. But I guess when I think about Eggman, Dr. Robotnik, I feel like I think of a fat egg. I don't know. I think it's just me being nitpicky. Like, I feel like if I wasn't such a Sonic fan, if I never grew up with Sonic, watching animation, reading comics, playing games, all these things wouldn't bother me. But it bothered me to the point where I couldn't finish the film. I don't even think I hit halfway. I think he got knocked out. The guy was like, yeah, you know, this thing, like, all that thing. He got knocked out, and obviously he was waking him up and said, no, who are you? And then those people came in. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I can't sit and watch this for the thing. This is not my kind of film. The sequel, I'll give it a chance because I see Tails is there. But I'm worried they're going to do the same thing where the main focus is going to be yet again this male actor. But whatever.
Have you seen Knuckles is apparently going to be in a sequel as well?
Again, like I said, I'll pay attention to it. I'm not. Fingers is not crossed. It's gonna be mainly on the main actors, the human form, whatever. That's how I feel about the film. It wasn't made for people who was found in the 90s. That's my
that's quite interesting. Yeah, because I enjoyed it, but I definitely see where you're coming from. I never looked at it that way before when you said like the story focused more on the humans, and that's weird, and it shouldn't do that. And now that I think about it, I don't like that I did that, but I didn't take the film too seriously, and I didn't marry it to the lore of the games. I took it as some sort of parallel universe, just using the same characters. Yeah, I thought it was really enjoyable. It was different, and it was so clearly different that I didn't hold it to the same way that I would hold like a game or an anime, because I think the anime and the games are kind of more close together when it comes to like what story they should be telling. Yeah, I thought it was a good watch. Like I don't have too much to say about it because it wasn't meant to be like what certain games they've put out over the many years were meant to be. So yeah, I think it was just, as you said, it was just a way to introduce Sonic to new fans who like 6, 7, 8-year-olds aren't really gonna know who Sonic is. They definitely gonna know what Sonic 1 or 2 is. So
exactly. I just feel like there was a disconnect as far as, because like you said, you watched it on some, you're not connecting it to anything else. It's just its own product. Like that's how I feel about like certain Disney remakes. Like I just treat them as their own thing. Some of them didn't really follow the trap. I was like, a story by itself is fine, but I don't know. I guess because it's hard for me to separate when I see Sonic. Anyways, it's hard for me to separate what I know of him and his story, and then I see this. I appreciate what the studio did. I appreciate they actually did do something to introduce, Sonic to the fan base the way they did, a new fan base potentially, young fan base obviously. I appreciate it. I really do. It's just, I just understand it wasn't something where I know I would enjoy it because I can't separate the two. I can't just watch it as it is just because of how I feel about Sonic personally.
Any other notable games or media or something that people really enjoyed?
I love Sonic Heroes. As far as games, Sonic probably my favorite game of all time, outside of Sonic Hedgehog 2. Because the whole like being in the team, being obviously Team Sonic, Team Shadow, Team Cream, no, Amy, Team Who Cares Detectives. I don't really care for that team.
They have a team name.
They're the team detectives. I even hated their parts of the freaking story. But anyways, yeah, just like being able to fly and then obviously use Sonic speed and obviously use Knuckles strength. Like when they added all the elements to one thing, I just sitting there as a kid, I was like, wow. Not to forget the soundtrack. I loved the stages. Wasn't a huge fan of the story, but I enjoyed the story. I played it because obviously you have to play the story about how many times I actually get to the actual final boss, because obviously different sides of the story. But I feel like I played that game a good probably 5 times. Like again, like every team again and again and again and again until I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's enough for me. If they had a Sonic Heroes on the PS4 somehow, on the PS5, PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Store, I get it. But unfortunately, as far as what I've seen about Sonic content, as far as the PlayStation goes, not too many of it. Well, not too many of the good ones I want. I mean, Sonic Adventures is there and all this. Sonic Adventures 1 and 2, I believe, is there. But I don't know about Sonic Mania. I'm not going to disrespect the Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania was great for what it was. But still, like I do want certain classics that I'm hoping to get. Because either one, I'm going to get it from an old console so I can actually play it. Or hopefully one of these days they do something where they bring in the classic Sega Mega Sonic, whatever, celebration kind of thing and bring it there. I hope. Only one can dream. But that's my thing. As far as like what's my favorite thing about Sonic, well, outside of Sonic Hedgehog 2 and my first experience actually playing the game. That's me.
Sonic Heroes was a great game. It was a great concept as well. Just like the problem solving and the puzzle elements of the 3 different aspects of each of each team member. So yeah, I can see that being a really a big fan favorite when it comes to Sonic fans, Sonic games in general.
I did try to like Sonic Generations. I thought it was cool having the whole old school Sonic with modern Sonic, different aspects, like different kind of views of the stages and all that. That was cool, but I don't know why. There was something about that particular game. Something was missing for me there. I don't know whether it was too short, because that was literally fan service nostalgia just thrown right in your face with that game. But I don't know why I didn't enjoy as much as, for example, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Even though if you look back at 1, doesn't really age too well. But anyways,
Oh no,
we have to be real about it. Sonic Adventures. You look at the graphics, look at the freaking voice acting, scripting. It hasn't aged well. Not in modern times. Like I'd rather play that garbage of a game they call Sonic 06. That game.
Wow,
That's a
that is a hot take. Are you sure about that?
I'm sorry. I'd rather play that game and see that very awkward scene between Sonic and a certain princess. I don't even understand that really story thing to get him back up.
Yeah, that was a garbage story.
Like how old is the girl? How old is Sonic? I think Sonic's. How old is Sonic?
He's meant to be 15, I
15.
think, or around that age.
All right. Now, how old was the girl? What was she meant to be?
I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, there was too much furry implications there, and I was like, you know what?
I mean, the age isn't what I have an issue with just yet. There's a more obvious issue.
I want to know what that meeting was like. And someone was like, we should get Sonic to kiss this child. It's going to be great. I want to know what the feedback and the consensus was in that room, because they had to talk about it. There was a whole story. Yeah, I want to know what that meeting was like.
I want to know how it felt like for the freaking someone who has to draw it down. Like, okay, so this is how it's going to look like while the someone over here, the 3D team over here, does little magic. Like, I don't actually. Like, that's one of the decisions in the history of Sonic games I am still, to this day, trying to figure my head around. Like, why did you go down that route with Sonic? I mean, if you're trying to make it more relatable to us, to connect to human people who are fans of Sonic, that wasn't the way to go about it. That creeped me the fuck out. I mean, I didn't even touch the game. Sorry. But anyways, but yeah, I saw that game. I saw what people said about it. I saw the gameplay of it, and I saw that particular scene. I was like, yeah, I'm done. On some freaking Disney movie kind of thing. I don't know what you're doing here, but what the hell happened to just Sonic beating up Dr. Robotnik? You've said it how many times in these games? I'm fine with that. You don't need to do that. Please, no. Thank God that was the only time that she did it. Luckily. I hope anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
What are our thoughts on Knuckles and Rogue the Bat?
As in as a couple?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I have a problem with it because it's just an echidna and a bat, isn't it? It's not like a human and a hedgehog.
Okay, so as long as it's not human, interspecies is fine.
I guess.
Yeah. That's not a problem. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, cool.
I mean,
Just wondering. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm 50-50. I can't even lie. I can't even actually decide which way I'm about that one. It's like, on one hand, I guess it's so fine because they're animals anyway. So, that's cool. But then on the other hand, it's like, but they're different species. This is an adult kind of podcast, right? I mean, I'm not going to go too far, but I just want to touch on something I've always wanted to touch on outside the Sonic fans. I've always wanted this.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, go on.
I mean, so the Rouge character design. Someone explain that one to me.
You know what? Yes. That is very weird.
Please.
Whoever pitched that is one horny ass motherfucker. Like, what kind of board meeting was that? Like, hey, we need to do Sonic characters. Let's get one with some cleavage.
Cleavage, hips, and holds.
Man's turning up to these board meetings, dick out, yeah, and just go, yeah, balls to the wall. Give her some curves as well. Give her a nice back as well, yeah.
You know what? This needs to
I'll get parents buying it.
This is the 2 points. My first point is, I think Rogue she walked, she did what she needed to do, so people like Lady Dimitrescu could run and have her way. And secondly, nah, like the 90s, early noughties were wild anyways, because animators they were on crack. Because when you go back here to all the cartoons, I saw a clip here of Hey Arnold, and when Arnold was walking past the window, someone was getting head in the background. Someone was actually getting head in the background. Someone flipping anime. Obviously, you didn't see anything, but
It's in the
you saw the
Oh
you saw the
no.
characters, and and then literally all the other cartoons where mad stuff happens. Nah, like you're right. It's a mad design, but
So,
they were
like,
wild back then.
this is the times. That's why she is the way she was. Because
Yeah.
obviously, I guess, I mean, if you want to talk about her, I guess she was around the same time. What's her name? Lola Bunny was a thing. So
Mhm.
I guess it goes hand in hand. I mean, there's a boys fan service there. I think my problem is I'm too old now. I think I can't, like, now, if it came to stuff like that, like, the kind of sexual whatever you want to talk about, there is content out there for that, separate to that, dedicated to that kind of thing. I
Yeah.
don't like it when it makes into my games or my cartoons or this anymore. It just weirds me out. I don't like it anymore. When I was a kid, that's a whole different story. But
You
when
didn't even notice as a kid. That's the thing.
Hmm?
You didn't even notice it as a kid.
It's just like whatever.
Over your head. Yeah.
Like, honestly, it didn't cross my mind. But then obviously, as an older, and then you watch these YouTube videos where these people actually analyze this stuff and look back at stuff like this, and you're looking at it and you're like, wow, as a kid, I didn't think nothing about it. I just thought, cool, design, character, awesome. That's it.
Yeah.
Get older. I'm like, wait, so there was a grown man who decided to, for a game for kids, a cartoon for kids, make this character look a bit, okay, all right. I mean, yeah, I guess different times, different fan base, different developers, fine. I just wanted to address that because that was one of the things about Sonic that's always, like, look at Amy, she have nothing like that, and look at all the past. Oh, actually, no, sorry.
Yeah.
So then when you got people like, you watch cartoons or you watch anime, you read comics, the anime stuff. Well, tell these individuals to stop making adult-like themes indie stuff, and then people won't watch them. Simple as. I mean, you don't see a bunch of adults watching Teletubbies. I mean, if you do, okay.
That's a bit mad, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not one to judge like that, but it's like
I am.
it's intentionally. There's no kind of adult thing to that show, and if you are into that, okay, I'm not gonna.
So let's talk about our favorite games, specifically games. It could be your top 1 game, it could be your top 3 games, if you are feeling generous. Isaac, would you like to start talking about your favorite Sonic games?
Yeah, sure. It's got to be Sonic Adventure Battle 2. It was my first Sonic game, and unfortunately, it wasn't my last because I haven't enjoyed all the others I've played. But it set the bar very high, so maybe that's why. It was really good. I remember trying to raise the chows or whatever, and I thought I was doing really well. And then hell opened up, and I saw, if like your chows aren't happy, you get to go to hell. But then heaven never came, and I was like, these ungrateful little shits, right? I'm feeding them, I'm petting them, I'm taking them to sporting activities, and I don't get into heaven. You shits. So I looked on the guide, and I was like, okay, this is how I do it. But yeah, no, that was a really nice feature because like you could actually get Eggman and Tails out of their vehicles and just see how they moved around, which I thought was pretty nice. I thought it had a good story. I haven't played it in a while, but for what it was, I thought the story was good. Gameplay was a lot of fun. Sonic sections were good. I don't think a lot of people like the Knuckles and Rogue sections, but I really enjoyed them, and I think it was the music. And even throughout the whole game, the music was always really good. And when you played as like Knuckles and Rogue, it wasn't you having to defeat this level. You just got to explore a really beautiful landscape, fly about, those weird graphics or whatever. And it'd always be this really well-made level that had lots of little puzzles, lots of little secret areas. And it was just a lot of fun to play. Like I said, Sonic levels played well. And as a kid who was bad at video games, the Tails and Eggman levels were great because you could just spam A and just get through it. Like, absolutely loved that. So it was a little bit of balance for everyone. I know it's just really well done, and I mean everyone hails it as like one of the better Sonic games. So I know that I'm not talking rubbish. So that's nice to know. And there's a bit of lore, not lore, but like lots of little bits about it. So the Sonic shoes, they look like that because I think there was a deal with a certain company, and then it went under. So they had to change it at the last moment, and I think that's why you got the big blocky shoes with the grind rails. It was meant to be like, I think the same ones from Sonic Adventure, the first game. I should have read the story over again, but there was something there. And no, I just really enjoyed the game. And when I play other Sonic games, I always like, I know it's bad, but I always compare it back to Sonic Adventure Battle 2, and they just don't compare. Generations almost there, but I didn't enjoy the white hub world, the overworld, and like the story, because it was about how everything got fractured, and I think it was old Sonic, and I didn't care for it. 06, every time I try to venture into 06, someone just grabs me by the scruff of my neck. I'm like, nope, no. They just pull me out of it. I think like a while ago, I was like, do you know what? Maybe Sonic 06 wouldn't have been bad without all the bugs. And then someone just put me straight. It's like, no. The bugs are terrible, but also the story was garbage as well. I was like, oh, okay.
Also, the bugs for the entire game.
And also the bugs of the entire game. Yes. So, yeah. Thank you for that. But no, like, I've got nothing bad to say about Sonic Adventure 2. I think it still looks great to this day. And, I mean, they tried to get some, like, 2-player elements going on in that game. It's okay. It's not the best, but you know what? They added more like to an already great game. So you don't have to play it, but it's nice that it's there and they tried. And this game came out on like the GameCube / the Dreamcast, and it's still one of the better Sonic games. It came out on such old tech, and look what they did with it. Give us 3. That's just you keep missing. You keep missing the bullseye. Just slap a 3 on it. Do that again. Make it better. Slap a nice bit of paint on it, and just give us a bit more features. Like, just give us 3. I don't know why they haven't done that yet. I don't know why that's so hard. They still own all the rights and all the good stuff to it. Just give us another one. But anyways, that's a whole different topic. But yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 is my favorite Sonic game. I'd go into more depth about it, but it's been a long time since I've played it. And we all know about Sonic Adventure Battle 2, so let me not, keep you or take everyone's time. We know it's up there.
Yeah, how about you, DLK?
Main favorites outside of Sonic Heroes as well. Actually, no. Actually, I think I would say earlier about Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes is great and all, but nothing. And you know what? There's like one of the main reasons why I put Sonic Hedgehog 2 and 3, in particular, more 3. Actually, I'll leave you to guess why I put Sonic Hedgehog 2 and 3 together, as in why I really like them, and why in particular more 3 than 2. I want to see if you guys could guess why I would say that.
I'll leave that to Andy. I'm a 3D Sonic guy. I never really touched the 2D ones.
Okay.
So, is it to do with Knuckles?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know then.
You don't know. It was the booming soundtrack. Oh my god.
Sound again. Let's go.
Soundtrack for Sonic Hedgehog 3 was crazy. I remember hearing, I don't know whether Michael Jackson had anything to do with it or it was just influenced by the way he makes beats. I don't know, but you could literally hear it. And I think in every stages, you can hear the Michael Jackson influence, and even though and the little kind of innuendos that Michael.
Watch this up.
I have heard that.
Yeah, I've heard that too. And like the comparison to it, and obviously being a Michael Jackson fan, it's like I guess it just went hand in hand as far as me really enjoying it. Obviously, the game itself was great. I mean, obviously Knuckles added on to it. I mean, screw Knuckles at the beginning of the game, whatever, to get rid of all my emeralds, but that's a whole other thing. I was super Sonic at the beginning of the game, but okay, whatever, take it off me. But yeah, besides all that though, like personally, and even with Sonic Hedgehog 3, I feel like they even made the graphics and made the visuals of the background and the stages even more stunning and more beautiful and more like engaging for like me in particular as well, because there's so much having, not even only just that, the ability to be able to like be a fireball or have electricity or if they have a water element or be a little bubble and they just bounce and all that. It was literally like playing, what was it like playing actually? Like we have different, kind of low key like the Crash Bandicoot game that came out recently. You have different abilities and all that. Kind of like, obviously not exactly the same, but the similarity is like you're playing as this one character that has that one ability, but then He has all these mobile things. I don't know how many other Sonic's games they did that, where Sonic had abilities like that. I think Sonic Mania might be another one. Definitely for sure they did that. But anyways, I guess it's just like just the elements and just like how much different Sonic Hedgehog 3 was to 2, and just how much fun it was, and just like I don't understand it. Like till this day, I don't understand why it is when it came, especially in the Sega Mega Drive days, when it came to Sonic Hedgehog 2 and 3, they literally would be the only games I would play on a month-to-month basis. I look back to myself now and thinking like the games were great, but then what was it about it? But I guess it's just being able to run fast, be robust, and all this other stuff must have been something that really cool, because I guess this is why I can't anything after that. So like, the Sonic Adventures, the Sonic Heroes, the Sonic Gen, the Sonic whatever irrelevant Sonic games. It's like I don't feel like they made even Sonic Mania as good as it was, and it was great. I can't put it over 302. Like I feel like they did do a fan service in Mania, obviously they did, but there's just something I feel the nostalgic feeling between 2 and 3. I feel like they never grasped that since then. I mean, obviously, you guys can disagree. This is a discussion at the end of the day, and this is just like my opinion. But I just never felt that kind of buzz and feel for it. I mean, I might have like played Sonic Heroes multiple times, Sonic Adventures here multiple times, and so on and so forth. But there wasn't that spark. Let's say I didn't have that spark with the other games, except for those two. That's why I'm interesting. Yeah.
Damn. I will just say quickly, you're absolutely right, because it says here that according to some of the members of the dev team, pop musician, I'm reading off Wikipedia, by the way, musician Michael Jackson composed portions of the soundtrack, but he left the project and went uncredited. His involvement was denied by senior Sega staff. Yeah, I think they're lying. Just based on what you said, why would other members lie about this? I think he was there. He was involved.
He had to be heavily involved.
Yeah. Also, I think, well, for me, it's Sonic Mania. It's just, for me, the best Sonic game that they've made. And I don't have to say, I don't know if it's aged well because it came out like 4 years ago. It has aged well. It still plays really, really well. That is the love letter from, it's not even Sega, from Sonic fans to Sonic fans. And Sega were just smart enough to be like, okay, we'll finance this game. And simple stuff like that is what could make Sonic go from a lovable mascot to a global phenomenon once again. If they focus on games like this that just give you pure Sonic, pure vibes, and disregard all these gimmicky games like Sonic Forces, Sonic 06, like this is stuff that Sega thinks Sonic needs to become a big brand again. Like elaborate stories, big colors, new characters. What they really need is to focus on the characters that they already have and make stories between them. They've got so many interesting characters. Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Shadow, Rouge, Dr. Eggman. There's so many ways that you could tell that story, and you could have games that star Knuckles, for example. You could have different games that accentuate the strengths of these different characters. I think Sonic Mania does a fantastic job. Like, all of the old games, their levels are brought to life. They kicked with a little, they have modern accents to them. Like Studiopolis, I think, is the only original stage, but like little stuff like the Lava Reef Zone, Chemical Plant Zone, all of that stuff, like, it is literally a blast from the past, just playing through those areas again. And my memory is terrible because I can't remember those levels from back in the 90s, but like being able to discover and learn new things about these levels have just made me a Sonic fan again. Like that game, Sonic Mania, is why I'm a Sonic fan now, because I gave up on him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't remember what game it was. It might have been 06. I think I was just like, this is done. Like this is done. And I would always hear about Sonic games, but then it'd always be a gimmick. Like it would be Sonic and the Seven Rings or Sonic and the Black Knight, or there'll be some weird transformation. And it's like, we don't need that. There's a reason why certain franchises can put out the same game every few years and change some of the palettes, and they are
said it.
I mean, we can do that if we want to. I mean, I know this is a Sonic podcast, but we can talk about the competition a little bit. Overrated a little bit. my opinion, but no, sorry, I'm observing you. Carry on.
And yeah, it does everything right. Like I've talked about this before. Like when it comes to Mario and Sonic, I've always gone for Sonic. He's the cooler character. I know him more. There's more media of him, I think. All the cartoons and the anime do a better job, I think, of reaching more fans. And I just want Sonic to do well. I want Sonic games to do well, but at the same time, I can't sit there and lie and say this game where, Shadow has a gun and a chain, a Jesus piece, and a car is good, because it's not. Because if I wanted that, I'd play GTA. I don't want that. I just want to be Shadow running through things. That's for me, that's part of why I love Sonic so much, because I almost feel like I'm not in control, even though I'm the one holding the controller. The speed that I'm going at, that's pinpoint precision right there. Or, I'm falling off, I'm dead. I just love all those loops and stuff. It's a very simple thing, but when it's done well, I'm having a lot of fun with a game like that. And I think Sega really do need to listen to their fans. These are the games we want. We want Sonic Adventure 3. We've been saying it for decades. I don't know I don't know why they go into these board meetings and go, no, we're not going to give these fans what they want because they won't buy it. I don't know.
Do you know what this sounds like? When animation studios, right? When they get a sick manga and all they have to do is animate it, and then some genius is like, do you know what? Should we change the main character to someone who we think the fans will like? Should we change the big hook at the end of this season because we think it's going to be better than the original idea of the mangaka? Should we just completely scrap this entire arc and skip to this other one and not explain why it happened? Because I think this next arc is cool. Should we just throw out the blueprint because we can do better than the author? Let's do. That's the vibes I'm getting. That's the vibes I'm getting.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. There is a very good indie game called Sonic Smackdown. It is a fighting game. It's mechanically very sound. And Sega just need to finance it, take all the rights, sell it. They would sell so much. That is a good Sonic fighting game that they could put out. And I mean, I know they're trying again in the fighting game scene, but this is again another thing that you could do with the Sonic character that just isn't the same old, or just isn't some weird kind of gimmick game.
It's weird you mentioned that, because they've done that in the past before. Some guy went to Sega with an idea for a game, and it was about, I don't know if it was Sonic characters per se, but it was certain characters on like hoverboards, and they were racing and whatnot, and the project went pretty far, and then at a certain point Sega just completely cut ties with this studio and just gave them nothing. I think a couple months or a year or two later, we get Sonic Riders, which is the exact same game, more or less, but with some Sonic characters. Dev team were like, what the fuck is going on? They didn't see a penny. They did complain, but I think it fell on deaf ears, and I think they just completely lost any sort of case, and Sega just went off to make this new Sonic game. So they're not opposed to stealing ideas. I think they're definitely up for it. We saw that Sonic Mania, but this time they credited the team. So maybe you'll get your Sonic Smackdown. Who knows? Maybe Sega are well on their way to pinching that idea.
I genuinely didn't know about that. That is so sad.
It's pretty shit.
Okay,
but regarding Sonic Smackdown, I mean, as long as you're gonna treat it like we treat the is the Power Rangers fighting game that's out? Yeah, as long as we treat it like that game, then fine. That's as long as the fans don't try to go crazy and try to say, oh, this is gonna be competing with the Street Fighter and Tekken and the Mortal Kombat of the world. Let's not go that far now. Let's no. Sonic's known. Sonic's known. This is just something extra for the fans to enjoy outside what we know about Sonic. So as long as we can understand this, I'll be able to enjoy the game for what it is. I'm not gonna try to be comparing to the next fighting game next to it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. Consider this is gonna be the first one. Well, not the first one they steal, but the first, I guess big fight game to get into. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see that.
Man.
Sonic Riders, the Sonic racing game as well in general. I feel like I don't know whether because of Mario Kart, and Crash Team Racing. Because I don't know if Crash Team Racing is a bit more popular than Sonic Racing, but Team Racing. What's that game called? Sonic. I don't even know what
Team
it's called.
Sonic Racing.
Team Sonic Racing. Yeah,
It's very confusing because of Crash Team Racing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
stuff like even that game. It's okay. I get it. It's them again, Sega trying to find some other way of trying to reach a different kind of audience, which is cool. But it's like, so this is the problem again. I can't just appreciate for what it is just there. I have to ask questions like, so you're telling me this character who's been on his feet majority of his career has now decided to go to a race with other people in a car.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he's driving with his friends, who last I checked, I thought most of them don't even have even legal to even have a license. They're all young. But okay, I'll ignore the age thing. That's whatever. It's an adventurous crave. But it's just that's why I could never get into them. I'm like, no, this ain't right. Why is he driving for? Why? No, it was a foot race. Hell yeah, but no.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't get into them. Personally.
That's why a lot of people just shut it down as soon as they saw it, because I think Crash Team Racing and Team Sonic Racing were about to come out at the same time or something like that. Maybe they were a month apart, but people were just like, no, that's silly. It doesn't make sense. You've built an entire brand about this man being fast on his feet, the fastest thing alive. So why is he handicapping himself in a car?
Mhm.
It doesn't make sense. In the Sonic X anime, he beats a Formula One racer on his feet. He has enough time to pose with pictures and then crashes the finish line. So why are we now going under this narrative that he has scaled himself back to make it a fair race for his companions? It doesn't make sense. And I can't knock anyone for not trying that game because of it. Because in terms of the lore that they've built themselves, this game is redundant.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know how the servers are, because I know Crash Team, well, as far as the PlayStation go, it's quite funny. I don't know whether you can't find people, the servers are so bad that the races just either they start and they end so quickly or something along them lines. But in a world where I feel like when it comes to that kind of racing game, I think it goes Mario Kart first, then it's Crash Team Racing. Well, when it works. And I wouldn't even put Sonic on that list, because as far as what people talk about as racing games and all that, even like from time to time I hear about Need for Speed and all Gran Turismo and all these other ones, I don't really hear about Sonic like that. Like, I feel like they need to be careful about what they venturize out to, because you can't. Because when Sonic's known for something, it's like, I feel like Mario, because the way that character is known for, he can get away with the tennis, the party games, and all these other like stuff, because he's a plumber, he's a human being, so he can do stuff like he can drive and all that thing, and it wouldn't look silly. It's fine.
Right.
He's a human being. That's okay. Like that's when I give props to Mario, like why they can be as creative as one. Even though when you mentioned that point about in the past several years, there's been a couple of times you kind of been releasing the same game, but just kind of covered a different paint over it, which is why I don't understand it when Mario fans out here want to be all talking crap about Sonic fans. But let's be real now. Like, even was it Mario Galaxy? It was okay. So right. Sonic Sunshine, it was okay. Nintendo 64, yeah, Mario 64, yeah, I'll give you that. Great game. But at the end of the day, I'd rather even put Zelda games overall over Mario games. Because I just feel like you had better experience there with Zelda, and you just get more of a fulfillment than Mr. Mario, who has been chasing Bowser, and Princess Peach is in another castle. She's been taking over here. There's this little freaking conspiracy that she's doing something with Bowser, and the little Bowser Juniors and all this has something to do with Peach and all this. They said the same story all the time. If you really like think about it, you can talk all your crap about Sonic, but the Mario character is boring.
Yeah,
True. I'd agree with that.
Like, think about it. Like, what? Like, okay, it's me, Mario. Okay, great. So, tell me about yourself. Like,
but that's why it works, because he's not a niche. Anyone can play Mario and just pick it up. Mario is like my first video game. Like, if I was a kid, I'd have a better time playing Mario than a Zelda game. I'd have a better time playing Mario than a game like, I don't know, like Normal Heroes. Heck, even to an extent, Spider-Man. Because if you can't web swing, you can't really play Spider-Man. But Mario's is easy. You jump, you land on something, and you pick up a shine. It is just like video game 101 with Mario, and I think that's why it works. And what you said about him being boring, like, it's great. He's this blank slate you can stick anywhere. You're right. You can stick him on a tennis field. You can stick him in a go-kart. You can stick him in a party game. You can stick him in the Olympics. You can stick him wherever you want, and it's gonna work because he doesn't have that personality. There's nothing about him that's special, and that's the reason why he hasn't decided to go after someone else who's actually got a personality, and he keeps on going after Peach, who clearly doesn't want anything to do with him. Because I mean, we've seen her in Smash Brothers. She can hold her own. She's one of the best characters in the game, and she keeps on getting taken by Bowser. Hey, I mean, I think she's letting this happen. I have an own theory that they're a couple, and Mario's the actual criminal, and then he runs through a kingdom and he starts slaughtering all the citizens of Bowser's land. He's just taking his babes back. I think Mario's the real criminal here. But yeah, like sorry to cut you off, but I just agree with what you said. I just wanted to just add a bit more onto it. But please continue. DLK.
This is what I just didn't understand, because like Sonic the Hedgehog, he has a personality. He's cocky, he's fast, he's young, he's free. I sound like the song right now, but yeah, hold on. You know what I mean? Like he's a spirited kind of person. So I've never understood. That's what's like irritated the most with the discussion between Sonic and Mario. Like, why is it someone who has no personality gets so much prop as a character? I'm just talking about character strictly as a character more than Sonic, even design-wise. Like how? Because I really do feel like I don't know if there's any connection between Super Sonic and anything to Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, there is.
There is a connection.
I'll tell you that right now. It's just
Oh, all right, there you go.
Copy and paste.
Copy and paste. And I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Z. Super Saiyan is all that. So that's another reason, like, upon that Mario has this super thing where his clothes just turns a different color and all that good stuff. But he don't. What does he actually have conversations? Because last night I checked with Mario, he don't really talk. It's mostly like text, or he just nods his head a lot. He just goes.
Again, that's what makes him so easy to understand. There's nothing there. He doesn't do that. Anyone can imprint on him. Not everyone can imprint on Sonic.
That's true.
Yeah, very true. But I just wanted to get that off my chest, because that was one of the things that's bothered me as far as people like the other characters.
I also think he's been left in not the greatest of hands, because there are a lot of other characters that are, I guess, like Sonic, but they've been done a lot better. Like this might be a bad example, but like Dante in Devil May Cry, he's got a personality. He's really cool. He doesn't run fast or anything like that, but like his games, what they do well. It's all about the combat and fluidity and stringing your combos together and just making it look really, really stylish. So in that regard, I'd say he is a little bit like Sonic. Just make him go fast and build everything around that and just leave it there. Like, I know the Hedgehog game, a lot of people regard the Sonic sections really well, but they don't like the Hedgehog bit. That slows down the game and you're not playing a Sonic anymore. That I guess that's the issue. Sonic Heroes never played, I can't really speak on that. But Colors, that was a game that some people did regard quite highly, and I've watched a Let's Play of it, and like, you are just moving fast as Sonic. You get these wisps that give you certain abilities and certain powers, and I think it's done all right, but just play to Sonic's strengths. We've mentioned this before. Let them go fast and just build everything around that, and I think you'll be able to make a good game. Don't worry about, like you said, Andy, the whole like him being a knight or like trying to save a damsel in distress or anything like that. Someone doesn't care about that. He just wants to eat his chimichangas and go fast. Just do that. Like Crash Bandicoot, all he does is he eats his Wumpa fruits, he jumps through stages, and that's it. And it works. It's worked so well that when it got rebooted, he got another game out of it. Spyro, on the other hand, didn't, but Spyro can't do much more, unfortunately. I think they just keep it simple, Sonic. I think that's it. They're doing too much.
Yeah, I mean, going off what you said about Spyro, yeah, because you said you're the best example of, like, I mean, Crash Bandicoot falls in the same category as Mario. he doesn't have a personality, but then he does because you know he's stupid.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? But he's smart at the same time. So I guess like whatever. But again, he's kind of a blank whatever. He never speaks or anything like that. So you can throw him off in anything like that. I mean, look, they made 1, 2, and 3 again remastered, then made another Crash Team Racing remastered, and then we had another game 2 years ago or a year ago, something like that came out as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like certain franchises have strong fan base. Like Crash Bandicoot, even though there was a long break, I feel like people still was craving for him to come back.
Yeah,
whereas Sparrow kind of, I feel like people was like, he did come up with a couple cool games here and there, but I feel like people kind of fell off and they was like used to not seeing Sparrow anymore. Like, I mean, look at freaking the best example of all these mascots, Ratchet and Clank. That freaking franchise now, I don't even know. It's Insomniac. They take care of that character a lot. Hence why they're still making awesome games to this day. What Insomniac is doing with Ratchet and Clank is what Sega needs to do with Sonic. Like, you have the fan base there. Like, look how much love and care. Look how many people are excited to see the new Ratchet and Clank game. Even though, really and truly, I guess you can say it's technically a kid's game, I guess, but you're going to see plenty of adults playing it, regardless of the age and all that.
You're going to see me playing it. What the hell?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care. It's just like, and that's another sad thing about it. Like, I'm excited. That's an example. I'm excited for a Ratchet and Clank game coming out. Then when I hear about Sonic, I want to be as excited as a Ratchet and Clank game, but I can't do it because I just don't trust what Sega are going to do next with this game. I feel like unless there's something from they're using, as in there's just the natural Sonic runs fast, work around that, and don't try to do something a bit different. Unless you see something that works, like Sonic Smackdown. Unless it's worked, you've seen it work, then take that. Outside of that, no, just give the love like Insomniac does to Ratchet and Clank. And then I feel like Sonic would be up there. Maybe even more popular than Ratchet and Clank. If they put effort into it, maybe. That's how.
I think that possibility is very real when you consider, like, we've just talked about it, the movie, even though you didn't like it, DLK, many people did. It got a sequel commissioned, and like the various media or the various mediums that Sonic can be presented on, it's very possible for it to just transcend once again and become one of the biggest gaming franchises. It's always a possibility. It is really down to Sega what games they put out. Do they want to be a studio that put out a lot of Sonic games that sell moderately well? Or do they want to be a studio that puts out banging Sonic games and takes over the gaming world again like they did in the 90s? It's up to them, really.
I think they want to be the former.
Sadly.
Yeah. Please, the shareholders. That money's coming in. Constant cash flow. Yeah. Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, no. Yeah, just give us some millions every now and then. Yeah. We're not getting a good Sonic game. No, that's not happening.
No. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Like I said, like all this effort to put into Sonic right now, and just for you guys, like not still, like, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of noise. I mean, the good thing is they do celebrate the anniversary of Sonic a lot. I give them props on that. They do acknowledge.
What do they do when they do? What do they do?
They're selling Sonic Jesus pieces.
You saying what?
Sonic Jesus pieces for them for the urban folk.
I hate you so much. I do.
I don't know which way I'm going to go with this conversation now. You gotta help me out here. Because if it's a joke, then there was a funny.
It's not a joke. On their showcase, on their showcase, they showed chains like made out of diamonds. One's Sonic, one's Knuckles, one's Tails, and one's Shadow. They are gonna sell them for Sonic's 30th. That is real. That's not a joke. You can probably pre-order it.
Okay.
I'm not joking.
No.
It's not available to purchase yet, but it will be this month.
I mean, it's gonna sell, and people are gonna buy it regardless.
People are gonna buy it. People are gonna rap about it.
I mean, fine, do it, whatever. Because we know how Sega are like. They're gonna try anything that's gonna get the people just to buy their crap. We know how they work. But it's just, you just send a freaking link to the.
Yep.
I don't want to say.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad. They look good, but they shouldn't be chains, in my opinion.
Oh, what? This is.
Actually, you know what? Knuckles looks good, you know.
I mean,
I'd wear Knuckles on a
no,
white t-shirt,
no.
Ooh.
I'm not hearing this.
Ooh.
No.
Am I gonna?
I hate when people do
Knuckles.
I'm not gonna lie. The fans are saying we want Sonic Adventure 3. Sega, like, we hear you. We're gonna make chains.
No, I want to adjust the chains. No. Don't lie to yourself. The only time you're gonna wear those chains, I mean, it's like for a Comic-Con event, wherever the hell that's gonna be held because it's not in London anymore. A freaking gaming event or something along the line that involves gaming. You need to tell me. We're all from London here, right?
Yeah.
You need to tell me you're gonna go to Stratford Westfield wearing that chain comfortably in public, yeah? As packed as that place is. So if you having no kind of mind about, like, you know, and I mean wearing it, don't be trying to put a jacket and trying to cover it like, yeah, man, I got it here, but you can't see unless you look at me. Nah, mate, I mean rock that shit. Like, yeah, walk through there, go to Boots, go to JD, go to wherever you want to go, rock it and be like, yeah.
That's what you gotta tuck in, man.
You can do that. Honestly.
Do you know, you're right. I couldn't. And here's why. It doesn't fit a look. Like, I would, in all honesty, I would wear something that maybe Ezio would wear. And I'd wear that with pride. That's a whole look. But yeah, it's just Knuckles' face. And I can't, it doesn't fit with, yeah. You know what? You have raised a good point. You have saved me from my madness. I will I'll put my thoughts of it looking. I mean, it's not, but it doesn't go with anything, so I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, absolutely right. I don't hate it. I think the Knuckles looks alright, but it doesn't go with anything. So
I think that's a very important point you just raised there. It's not bad, at least the Knuckles one. But would you actually wear it? Would you actually use it for the function that it was designed for?
It's a chain to be worn outside in public. I'm sorry, I don't know. You know they're gonna sell those for a lot. Like, are they selling that or are they doing for a special giveaway kind of thing?
I think it'll be limited edition on the Sega website.
A limited edition. All right, so they're gonna sell it for a good amount of money. You know they will, and you know people are gonna pay for it. I'll be very annoyed if they buy it and they leave it hanging on the wall and it's just hanging. Sorry, mate, that's a chain. You're meant to be wearing it. No. Sorry, it's a chain. Wear it. Otherwise, why are you gonna pay as much as you did? It's supposed to be an accessory for a special occasion. Because I know for a fact you are not gonna tell me, especially a single lad is gonna go on a date. Yeah, first date. I don't know if you got his girl from Tinder, wherever you got the girl from, maybe from work. Who knows? On his first date, gonna be rocking the Knuckles or a shadow chain like that. And be like,
no, man.
Hey, man,
the market's a bit mad, you know. We've been in lockdown for a year. I don't know how the market is right now. It's a bit mad.
The demand is up. This is very true. Yeah,
he's got 2 legs. He's got a pulse.
So what you're saying, Andy? This is the time to rock it. This is the time.
That wasn't the point. Oh my word!
No, that's the thing. Like I said, I agree with you guys. Great, it's cool, but no, you ain't seeing me waste a dime on that or freaking penny, whatever. I ain't not wasting money on that. It's cool for what it is. Like, it'd be cool for someone's Instagram post, I guess. You get a lot of likes for that for sure, but
you can just go to the shop, try it on, take a picture, and just not buy it.
You can do that. I mean, if someone did that, I'll be fine. You did it for the Instagram, for the TikTok, for a post. Fine, that's cool. But don't be trying to tell me you're gonna rock in public. Sorry, you have to be some kind of You have to be the kind of people. Again, not this and whatever, but I feel like these guys kind of people are more brave enough to do something like this, from Camden or Shoreditch kind of ways. You know the kind of fashion I'm talking about. They're out there. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. Just like they're different. They're the kind of people that don't give a crap what anybody thinks. I can see them rocking that if there was the Hedgehog fairs like that. I can see them rocking it, and then and maybe they might even make it pull it off. But that's because they're probably gonna rock it in such confidence. It's gonna work. Yeah.
They won't feel self-conscious about it.
Exactly.
If you feel self-conscious for it for even a second you've ruined it.
Because that's my issue. Because I feel like the average person is always self-conscious. So there's no way. Like again, I'm not saying it's not going to sell. Of course it is, but for people to rock it out, I'm like, you could have done a hat, a top, whatever. That would have been understandable. Because I can even see people rocking even tops to Westfield without feeling so self-conscious. I've seen people wear whatever they wear. It's just a chain. It's just, I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know why I got triggered by that. I don't even know why I even talked as long as I did about it. It's just, I just saw it and I just had to go off. I'm like, no, I'm tired of seeing the crap.
Okay, to round up this amazing Sonic Pod, I'm going to ask each one of you to imagine you collected the 7 Dragon Balls, not the Chaos Emeralds, the Dragon Balls. So you have one wish to make, and Sega will grant it. Whether it's Sonic Adventure 3, some new game altogether, or whatever your mind desires. What wish are you making when it comes to Sonic? Okay, let's go with you first.
If I had one wish in my head. Okay, sorry, I couldn't help myself. All right. So, no, seriously though. Nah, if I had one wish, it would be that Sega would be like Insomniac and not care too much about appealing to the social crap that people like and the trends and the dances and all that, and just put so much effort and working with what works best with Sonic, which is running fast and working around these characters and then all this other stuff, and Dr. Eggman carries Emeralds, and don't involve too much humans in these games. Like literally just have a lot of focus. No, the passion they put into Mania, bring it to all their games going forward. That's my thing. That's, if there's one wish, I want them to bring that kind of passion to bring it to Mania. Yeah, to the other games throughout now. That's mine.
Sick. Isaac?
Sounds like a good shot. Mine is simple. Sonic Underground. Let's finish it. Let's just go through it. Let's end it. Let's see a finale. That's what I want. Yeah, I'm good. That'd make me happy. Not even reboot it. Keep the same animation style, in fact. Just give me that, because I thought it was sick.
Yeah, I think don't update the animation style. I don't want Sonic Boom. Like, not to knock Sonic Boom or anything.
No, feel free to knock it.
Knock it.
So it's not the worst thing I've ever seen Sonic's face plastered on. But I don't think that's for me. I think that's for a younger crowd, and I accept that. But there are like little lines here and there which I find funny. But that's another time.
There's a whole meme where Knuckles actually says meme approved in the show, and I love it.
They're always breaking the fourth wall and everything. I've noticed that show. They always say things to mean crap. They say it, but they don't say it. I know
exactly.
Yeah, I give them that. But
I think keep the same art style, keep the same animation style. Voice actors is probably going to be a difficult thing to arrange, but if you can get it as close as possible to the original, do that as well. I want all the music, the same concept. Because we saw that with Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack was a great series that didn't get its ending. And then for whatever reason, Adult Swim picked it up years later and they got a beautiful end. I want that for Sonic Underground. I agree with you, Isaac.
Oh,
yeah, it can be done.
Yeah, definitely. Samurai Jack can do it. Why not? Sonic's cursed, man. I feel like, in Holes, where like that guy gets cursed and he has to like carry the woman's like great grandson up the mountain. I feel like Sega need to carry, I don't know, some small indie developer team up a mountain or something to break the Sonic curse.
They do. Ooh, indie game. That's a good shout though. Indie developer. Ooh, they would definitely take care of Sonic. That's a good shout.
Yeah, 100%. They would. They'd care.
They would. Okay, can I change my wish to that instead? To make a Sonic game. This going hard, boy. Oh, that's what that instead.
For me, I think I would like Sega to have more. Okay, let me reword this. I would like Sega to allow their fans to have more of a say when it comes to making their games. Everything from polling. What games would you like to see? Would you like to see a Sonic Golf game? Would you like to see a Sonic Olympics game? Would you like to see another Sonic Mania? Because it's clear to me what the fans are saying and what Sega's given us are not the same thing. We've talked about Sonic Adventure 3. We've talked about Sonic Mania 2. We talked about Sonic Underground. And these are the things we're not getting. So I would like I don't think it's possible for fans to own a certain percentage of Sega or anything like that. But I would like it if Sega listened more to their fans. And everyone's great at Twitter nowadays, but for it to actually mean something in those boardrooms for those developers making those games, because Sonic Mania for me is the best game that they've made, and that was made externally. That was a fan who made the Sonic game. I think if Sonic were able to commission more of those, like I said with the Sonic Smackdown game, you could have a lot of success and you wouldn't really have to do anything. You could just outsource and sort out the contracts. There is such a high ceiling for Sonic 30 years later. That's insane, because we're obsessed with fads. We're obsessed with fads. We like something for 2-3 years and then we move on. It's very rare that we have a mascot that we want to support throughout our lives, and Sonic is one of those. I think Sega needs to do everything in their power to make Sonic a reputable mascot and not just a mascot. It starts with Sonic Mania 2. Sonic Adventure 3 would be a great shout as well. It's just games that the devs care about, because if the devs care about it, the fans are going to care about it.
Yeah, I know. I do agree with that. If you put love into a game, the fans are going to see it, and it's down to little details that matter. And honestly, I think fans know Sonic better than Sega know Sonic, which is really sad to say. Like, when your parents say, "I know you better than you know yourself," and you're like, "No, you don't." They do. That's the way it should be with Sega and Sonic, but it's really not. They don't know what they're doing, and it shows, and it's terrible, because just give us a good game, please. It's been too long, man. Like, Nintendo are pumping out all these like Mario games, and they're not Game of the Years. Pardon?
Don't forget Pokemon 2. They're pumping that too
Yeah.
hard.
Don't forget Pokemon. Yeah. These are by no means Game of the Years, but they are consistent, like 7 out of 10 at least, at the very least. They're not bad games. Just Sega, can I have 7 out of 10, please? I'm not asking for much. I just literally, your biggest IP, can I have a 7 out of 10, please? I don't think that's not a big ask. I do not think that's a big ask.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, Sega, if you ever listen to this, or if anyone actually is a big fan, whoever listens to this, like, even just doing, like you said, they have multiple projects, right? So you can have the one team that's going to focus and K on to, let's see what's trending right now. Let's see what people like. Let's see what's the kind of games people like. Because I swear to God, if we see a Sonic the Hedgehog Battle Royale game, I'm going to lose my shit. But anyways, let's just see what's trending here, what's trending over here. Have that team, then have another team over here that's actually the indie development team that actually is having a passion. They going the extra mile as in doing polls, like you said, doing polls, actually talking to like veterans, I guess, of the game that probably know a lot, fans and all this thing. Because like if they like, I feel that's a good way kind of going around if they can't, leave alone the fact that they really want to cater to the mainstream world as much as they don't want to cater too much to the fans of the series for so long. So I think that would be the best thing. You can keep the bullcrap if you want. You can give us a 3 out of 10 game if you want, because you just want to make quick buck and all this other stuff for the crazy Sonic fans or whatever. But like you said, give us a team that's going to make a 7 out of 10 game, and then, side by side, I can imagine 2 Sonic games a year or however often they can do it. Perfect. Like, don't be like EA with FIFA and their games. Like, don't just release them. So that's a whole freaking different podcast. If you ever have a podcast about overrated freaking franchise, I swear to God.
I did see a poll about this like a week or two ago, and I wanted to see where you two stand on it. There was a poll. Which franchise is more popular, Sonic or Zelda? What do you guys think? And why?
Oh, that's a great question.
I have my answer.
I'm trying to think, not on a biased standpoint. I'm trying to think so objectively about it.
Yes, I'm very biased. I'm doing the same thing as well.
That's a problem.
That's true.
I mean, I want to say Zelda, but just I do know their fan base is very passionate about the games, and obviously they do deliver beautiful games often. Like once I get the money for it, I will actually purchase a lot of Zelda games myself. But at the same time, I don't. How can I say? You okay. This is literally, I'm trying my best not to be so biased, but I'm only saying Sonic in the sense of Call of Duty fans, you see them. Fortnite fans, you see them. FIFA fans, Tekken fans, Street Fighter fans, the list goes on and on and on. You see these fans making a noise, whether they're complaining about the game, they're excited about the game, or whatever. Even Sonic fans, if the same game's going to be crappy or whatever, I've seen enough YouTube pages dedicated to taking like little sprites from the Sonic Hedgehog 2 or 3 and just making their own little kind of series. I've seen a bunch of pages done that. I've seen a bunch of stuff that's done that. But the thing is, I'm not trying to say I'm not selling stuff for Zelda, but I'll even bring up Mario. I've seen a bunch of people done like, what was that little kind of Dragon Ball Z inspired thing I saw? Like Super Mario Z?
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Bowser's Fury.
Yeah, something like that, which is cool. So I see these fan base, like I see them making the noise. I see like the creative content. I see the fan base there. But when it comes to Zelda, it's like it's a great game, great franchise and all that. But as far as their fan base goes, I'm not saying they're not there, but they don't make a lot of noise. If there are a lot of them, you know what I mean? Like I haven't actually personally, in my experience of gaming up to this point, whenever Zelda's mentioned, it's always like towards when it's like a new game coming out and everyone's just so excited by it. As far as outside of that, I don't really hear stories about fan cosplays, fan making parodies here and there, little like sprites and all this thing. I don't see it. I'm going basically like on what I've seen on social media like all this time, and I don't see that much about Zelda. That's why I put Sonic over Zelda, just for that reason. But I could be wrong.
It's subjective, isn't it? There's no right or wrong answer. So as long as that's what you feel, honestly, it's right. Isaac?
Oh, such a tough one. I agree with a lot of your points, DLK. Because I don't hear a lot from Zelda. I'm a Zelda fan myself. Not as much anymore because I still haven't finished Breath of the Wild. Honestly, I don't see myself ever finishing it. Or even going back to any of the old games. But I think that's just me as a gamer in general. But yeah, I don't really hear a lot. I don't know if it's a backhanded compliment or not, but a lot of the time, Zelda games just work. They do the thing. You play it, you'll have a nice time. So in that regard, there's nothing to like talk about to an extent. Because anytime I hear Sonic, it's like, oh, what have they done now? What have they done now? This and that. So that is a form of popularity, but there are talking points. When you play a Zelda game, you know you're gonna get a good game. But at the same time, you know it's gonna be basically the same story. Ganon's about, he's causing trouble, Triforce. Zelda isn't quite the damsel in distress, but she's not gonna do a lot to help you. She'll do a little bit to help you out. It's basically you going it alone. Then again, I'm looking at numbers now, and like, you know, a lot of Zelda games have been ported. There are a lot of Zelda games, they all do well, they all get great numbers, but I guess that's different to popularity. So then again, when I go to Comic-Con, like, I mean, how would you do it? But I see more Legend of Zelda cosplay than Sonic cosplay, but I guess that's okay.
Well, I feel like because it's easier to do a Zelda cosplay than it's cosplay.
Yeah,
so
I don't know how you do it.
It's like, I don't know, because literally it's just a hat, costume, boom, you're done. With Sonic, for a good one, you'd probably need an actual face thing instead of you just wearing
on your head. Yeah,
you just wearing a little hat that has the spike, and then like it looks. I guess it's cosplay, but it looks silly compared to actually having an actual head and then the actual costume. Like I feel like you need to put a bit more effort to do a Sonic cosplay, a really good one, anyways, compared to Zelda. I feel like Zelda's easily do it.
Yeah, no, exactly. And at that point, if I'm going to like a Comic-Con, I don't want to have this big thing on my head all day. I'd be upset. I don't know how Sonic Fox does it at his tournaments and for those promos, because it's hot under the studio lights, and it's not just one picture. He's probably taking like a couple hundred just to make sure they've got it, and he's got that thing. Nah, I don't know how he does it. But I guess I'm just gonna have to go for Sonic as well, because I think in terms of cool points, Sonic gets it. Like I want to say Legend of Zelda, especially because of Breath of the Wild. Like I feel like Breath of the Wild got a lot more people into Zelda because it's just this big game where you can go around and have fun doing whatever. Like there is a linear story, but you don't have to follow it. There's other things you can do, and it was really popular when it came out on the Switch. And the Switch it gives me Wii vibes. It's like I'm a very casual gamer, but I'll have a Switch because you've got your Mario parties on there. It's portable, like it's it's a cool console to have. I think I'll have to go with. I want to say Zelda, but I'm gonna go with Sonic because I feel like it is Sonic. I feel like Sonic is more popular.
I just add on to one little point because you just kind of triggered something in my head. Also, if you look at Mario and Sonic example, you will see them advertise something else. You see them advertise a product, nothing to do with that. Just I guess whatever. It could be just a small little like food advert that maybe they're selling toys and like McDonald's, for example. Just a random example. You've seen them around. I don't know how many times I've seen Link, Zelda, whatever, outside of the game.
Yeah.
Like even Crash Bandicoot's kind of touch on pop culture a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, we may see. There you go. I've seen Mario and Sonic in pop culture as far as like, let's say in cartoons. You know when they just have a special guest character there, and you see a Mario-like character or Sonic there. I've seen them a lot.
Yeah.
Things. Zelda, Link. Like I'm even basing on that. You don't see him like that. Like I haven't seen to market a product. Because I guess there's nothing there with him. And that's another reason why it makes me feel even more that there's nothing there as far as fan base wise compared to Sonic. Because why not these companies use him to market something?
Yeah, like you'll never see like Zelda or Link on a cereal box. Just won't happen. That is a really good point, and I find that weird because actually, no, that makes sense. Because I think Nintendo's poster boy is You're right. Because Nintendo's poster boy is Mario, but Sega's poster boy is Sonic. Like Link, Zelda, they're not the poster boys like for anything. They're just their own game. Yeah, basically. Sonic. Thank you for that. I can fully say Sonic. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Because it hit me the other day because someone even made a point about the pandemic. They made a nice little joke. They said Ryu and Chun-Li have been putting more work in the fighting genre game than they have in all their time because they were in so much guests. Like they were in Fortnite, they were in another fighting game, they were in another like random game that they shouldn't really been in. And you even use that like if you want to use an example of Street Fighter versus Tekken, Ryu and Chun-Li by themselves. If anything, Ryu and Chun-Li, probably more Ryu is the poster child mascot for Capcom. If anything, because he's in everything. They use him a lot.
I'd probably say Ryu,
Yeah, because it's not Dante, it's not whatever other evil character. No, it's not them.
I almost said Dante, but
everyone knows Ryu and Street Fighter most compared to like I think of things like that. Obviously, I guess as an adult, you're doing business related stuff. You kind of think of things about it like this. It's a really good question, like good thing to post on Twitter because that literally made me think about it. I didn't even think about the whole marketing thing until we actually had the discussion. Like, wait, I don't actually see him on a lot of anything, but everyone praises him every time he's mentioned. So I was like, shoot, what's going on here? It's weird. Sorry, I don't know if you have a point.
No, great point.
Cool. I would agree. I would say Sonic personally. I think this might be because of the bubble I'm in, but I just see a lot more Sonic traffic than I do Zelda. First of all, no one mistakes who Sonic is. I could not tell you the amount of times people have mistaken Link for Zelda. How many times have you heard someone refer to Link as Zelda? I'm not trying to shame anyone. It's the name of the game, right? It's the name of the franchise. So you would assume the main character has that name. No one does that with Sonic. No one's even, like Mario and Sonic is a comparison that I can listen to. And I think that's a very tough one to answer. I don't think Sonic and Zelda is on the same level. If we're talking about quality of games, Zelda wins hands down. If we're talking about games sold, Zelda wins hands down. And I don't know how things are in Japan because I imagine Zelda and Link are very popular there. Nice. But Sonic, I would imagine Sonic's quite popular there as well. And even if he's not, he's very popular in the West. He's very popular in the States. He's very popular here. We talk about all the mediums that Sonic has been involved in. I think there is one Legend of Zelda cartoon from back in the day, and from what I hear, it's awful. So it's not like they have transcended gaming at all.
The gaming, yeah, literally.
But there aren't that many Mario films, and
No,
one of them was an absolute stinker. Absolute. And two of them are 18
Banned.
plus.
They're banned.
Oof.
Okay. Mario has not transcended gaming, but Mario is the gold standard when it comes to gaming franchises. No one touches Mario. The way Mario has been able to come up with so many different franchises, series of games, football, golf, tennis, kart, Smash. Smash is Mario's game. Everyone else is just paying rent. Like Mario,
Yeah.
Mario has been so successful in so many different avenues. It's not even close.
No.
And Mario's got global appeal, and that's why, as we said earlier, he's a blank slate. He's got no personality, doesn't talk much, because that's he talks with his body, and that's universal. Sonic has a personality. Sonic is a cool character, and like he's not even trying to be. It's just something very alluring about his color scheme. I think he's got it. I think Link is meant to be similar to Mario because of the whole doesn't talk, but I think with Link it just comes across like the world kind of happens to Link and he reacts, whereas Mario is actively trying to get this girl who doesn't love him, at least, and Sonic is doing his own thing. DLK, you said not a lot of Zelda fans talk. They don't have anything to complain about because they get a new game every 3 years and it's great. So what is there to tweet about? 5 stars on Twitter. I don't know. Like they're not really going to be active. Sonic fans always have something to complain about because they see their favorite Hedgehog being butchered in so many different games. So they are vocal.
Again, the TV shows. I mean, you can even say it like that. How many TV shows Sonic has over Zelda? How many films does Sonic have over Zelda? I mean, Jesus Christ, freaking cereal box or whatever does Sonic have over Zelda? I mean, that alone should show you which is, because I don't see like Nintendo putting as much effort to Link doing stuff like that they did for Sonic and Mario. If the fan base was there, I can see them doing it. We'd be hearing more about Zelda. We'd probably be seeing stuff outside between the two games that are coming out, like between that little gap. Because literally, like you said, game out, huge gap. No TV show, no kind of comics, no animation, nothing throughout the year. At least with Sonic, it's a game, maybe animation, maybe a movie, something stupid along the way, and then the next game. Like I really feel like, as far as the fan base, I'd be very shocked if it was the other way around, just literally based on that alone, and the base that if Zelda was in fact had more of a bigger fan base than Sonic, then why have they never utilized that in so many years? Zelda's been here for how many years? And they have never utilized it. If it was the case that he had a bigger fan base than Sonic, that's what I think, anyways.
Yeah. I mean, we've noted how many different series, cartoons, anime, and they've got a Amazon Prime series coming out soon. Like, that's a mascot. There's a reason Mario shares a stage with Sonic on those Olympic Games and not with Link.
Yeah, because Link would beat the shit out of Mario. Let's be honest.
The game probably wouldn't sell as well.
That's true, yeah.
But I think on the poll, Zelda actually won, so there's that. So let us know your thoughts. Do you think Zelda is more popular than Sonic? Are we all wrong? Tell us why on Twitter and Instagram, Streamcast_. Follow us on Twitch, Streamcast TV, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Streamcast. DOK, where can the people find you?
Where can people find me? Well, you can find me on twitch.tv/DLKGames. On YouTube, just type in DLKGames. I'm the only one there. I can't give you the actual link name because it's just a bunch of letters. Unfortunately, I don't have a big YouTube name to have a real one. And also on Twitter at DLKGames with 2 S's, not just one, where I do talk about a lot of stuff from MMA to games and all this other stuff. And yeah, that's where you can find me. Don't worry about my TikTok. It's just there. If you want to get a big one, but I'm not gonna lie to you, people, it's just there. Your best Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yeah, make sure you check out DLKGames. Fantastic content. Every Friday, fight night is going on, and you know what the first real fight club is. But make sure you check it out. Until next time, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Stay safe, and we'll catch you on the next Streamcast. Bye.
Take care.